All right, guys, here's a quick video on the derivative of an inverse function. So I'm just going to jump to the end because I did this part already in the other video. So I'm just going to start right here. So first off, it's helpful to understand the graph. So these are inverse functions. So this graph here and this graph here. So this is ln of x, and this is y equals e to the x. So they are inverse functions. And the only thing you really need to know about the inverse functions is that the x and the y are flipped around. So for example, if this is x comma y here, then this point here would be y comma x. It's still xy, but they're opposite points. Like if this is 2, 3, then this would be 3 comma 2. Okay, so the x in the original function is the y in the inverse function, and then the y in the original function is the x in the inverse function. So that's what you need to know. And the other thing that you need to understand is that these are related. So the slopes of the derivative, they are related, but they're not negative reciprocals. Okay, they are just simply reciprocals. So they're both positive, but one's more steep than the other. So this is the definition. Okay, so the derivative of an inverse function is equal to, so it's 1 over f prime. So I'm going to rewrite this as the way I think you should remember it is, so it's f negative 1 of x. The derivative is equal to 1 over f prime of the x value. Okay, so again, it's going to be, that's the f function. So this is the f function. This is the inverse. So it's the x in the inverse, which is actually it becomes the y in the original function. That's what you're going to want to do. So you're going to take this out and you can say, you know what, it's the y value. What's the x value that corresponds to it? That's what goes here. Okay, so let me do a couple of examples. These aren't 100% clear. The one on the test will be, the one on the AP exams are always. So this is saying, so find the derivative of the inverse of f at negative 1. So the first thing that I would do here is I would simply just do, hang on one second. I would say that they're giving you the point, but let's say they didn't give you the point. The first thing I would do is, this is for my f function, so this is the x of the inverse, it is the y of the original function. And then they'll give you some information to come up with what the x value that corresponds to it. In this case, they give it to you. So just follow the formula. So it's 1 over f prime of the x value. That's it, that's the formula. So it depends how they give this to you. So here they gave us f. So to find f prime of x, we're just going to derive it, which is 5x to the 4th plus 2. So we want f prime of 0, which is 2. So f prime of 0, which is 2. So it's 1 over 2. Okay? You really have to be systematic about this because this is very, very confusing. All right, this one, so this is where it's a little confusing. So it says at y equals 9. Okay, so again, the way they wrote this was funny. I'm going to rewrite it. Let's say it was f of x is equal to 3x cubed minus x plus 7. We're going to find f negative 1 like that. I think that makes it more clear. That's how it would be asked. Okay, so they're asking for the derivative of the inverse function of f at 9. Okay, so 9 is the x value of the inverse function, but it's the y value of the original function. So once you get this here, all you need to figure out is this right here, because it's going to be 1 over f prime of whatever that is. Okay, so it depends how the context of the question. So it depends if they give you a function, it depends if they give you a chart. So they're saying if y is 9, 3x cubed minus x plus 7. Weird question, you almost have to guess and check here. 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 7 is 9. So this one, you just guessing and checking to say x equals 1. This is the value that we want. So it's 1 over f prime of 1. We find the derivative to get potentially is 9x squared minus 1, and we want it at 1. So it's going to be 9 minus 1, which is 8. So it's 1 over 8. All right, this one we've got, again, the derivative of the inverse function. That's what it's asking for, okay? So we've got, they're asking for this, f negative 1 of 16 prime, okay? So again, the takeaway is this is the y value of the original function. This is the original function. So 16 equals x squared, so we're going to say x equals 4. That's the important value, so it's 1 over f prime of 4. The function is x squared, so the derivative is 2x, and then 2 times 4 is 8 to get 1 over 8. All right, I'm going to skip these two. Let me jump down to number 11 just for time. Actually, we'll do 10 and 11. So this is saying, so this is how they often ask it on the AP exam, I think, just to make it easier for them. So they're saying g is the inverse function. So they're just renaming the inverse function to make it easier. So when I read this, it says find the derivative of g. Well, that tells me it's asking to find the derivative of the inverse. So it's f. It's really just asking you for f negative 1 of 2 prime. Okay? So it's f is the function. So this is the y, it's the x value of the inverse function, which means it's the y value of the original function. So I need to find the x value for the f function that corresponds to the 2. So again, they actually give it to us here. So for the inverse function, it's 2, 1, which tells me for the original function, it's 1, 2. That's the $1 million number. That's the one that you need to find. Okay, so it's 1 over f prime of 1. You can derive this to get 3x squared plus 1, and then plug in here, and you would get 1 over 4. Okay, so hopefully you're catching on here. Again, inverse is g of x. They want g prime, so that means they want f negative 1 of 3 prime. So it's the f function. So this is the x of the inverse, which is the y of the original. So let's see if I can figure out. So this is f. So I need to find an f function that equals 3. What's the x value that corresponds to it? It's 6. So it's going to be 1 over f prime of 6. Do they give us that? They do. It's negative 2. So you get 1 over negative 2. All right, number 12. Again, a lot of information. Got to try to focus in here. So p is that. They want p prime. So again, it's telling me they want this. F negative 1 of x prime. So we want f negative 1, 2 prime. So this is, again, it's the y value of the original function. So I need to look at my chart. Remember, this is f. So I look here. It's 2, so this is 1. So it's 1 over f prime of 1. Find f prime of 1, which is 4. You get 1 over 4. Okay? Again, I hope you're starting to get the hang of this. Again, here they name this as this. They want that. So it's f negative 1 of negative 4 prime. So again, we're talking about the f function. The negative 4 is the y value. So what corresponds to it? We don't know. So it's negative 4 equals 3x plus 2. You get x equals negative 2. So it's 1 over f prime of negative 2. They give us that, so it's 1 over 3. All right, last one. I don't want to do the whole question. I just want to find the slope. Again, we want g negative 1 of 1, I believe. This one's a little not clear. But again, it will be clear tomorrow, and it'll be clear on the AP exam. So that's what they're asking for. So it's the g function. So for the g function, it's the x of the inverse, which means it's the y of the original function. So I'm going to go to the g function, find 1. The x value is 3. So it's 1 over g prime of 3. So find g prime, find 3. It's negative 2. So that's the slope. Okay? All right, hope this helps.